I'm in my car and I was actually gonna shoot the video outside, but as I was driving I realized it's pretty cold, man, and then it started to drizzle a little bit, so I don't want to record in the rain. You know, as promised, I told you guys that I'll answer your guys' questions, and of course I'm not gonna answer all of them, so I picked a couple of them that I wanted to answer, and so here we go. This first question is from Joseph Munoz. I know who you are, dude. How did you get into b-boying? What inspired or motivated you to get into b-boying? Well, for those of you who don't know, b-boying is another term for breakdancing. That's more of the familiar term in the media, but people that are kind of in the scene, they like using the term b-boy instead. I've actually been b-boying since I was a little kid. I don't really do it these days, but I started off when I was like in 6th grade, I think. So I've seen it when I was younger, I believe, but I started to really practice it because it was kind of getting popular at my school at the time, in elementary school. So I started doing that, and like honestly, b-boying was like my life back in the day. My parents were very supportive of me, you know, so my house would be one of the houses where my friends and my crew at one time, we would practice in my garage. I was the one that had the linoleum, you know, just to roll out the little slippery floor, you know, I had that at my house, and we would be practicing like all day, like after school, like till late at night. My bedroom, I kind of wanted to turn it into like a hip-hop room. So my bedroom, the whole floor in my bedroom was actually made out of cardboard. It was not made out of cardboard, but I put cardboard on top of the carpet. And my parents were totally cool with it, you know, so my whole bedroom, like if I just get up out of bed, I can just start b-boying, breakdancing on the floor. I have a picture of me here, of me breakdancing back in the day, and another picture here of me breakdancing at my wedding. I have a lot of good memories of breakdancing. I mean, we did it everywhere. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't about, you know, these professional competitions and all that. I mean, like, we would just get down anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, we would breakdance at school, at church, at Ralph's. I remember in the Ralph's supermarket. You guys remember what Ralph's is? We would just like go in the aisles and just start busting windmills and stuff, you know, me and my friends. I have a good memory of in Santa Monica, my friends and I, we just started busting out our moves like outside, and then, you know, a crowd came and, you know, we would joke around and just, you know, put our hats down and, you know, ask for money or whatever. I mean, it was a fun thing. Another funny memory I had, it was cool, was I was at church one time, and I used to go to a church called the Dream Center. And so at this church, they have like these huge events, shows, and so they have these huge stages outside in the parking lot. One time, my friends and I, who were also into breakdancing, we got out of service, and then like we see these group of guys. It's like in the old school movies. They were dressed up like typical b-boys. They had the boombox on their shoulder and everything, and they even had linoleum and all that stuff. And then just right then and there, right when we got out of service, we just went on the stage and just got down and battled and stuff. So I mean, those are really fun times. I still watch it every day, like every day. Next question comes from Sean Briggs, my man Sean Briggs. He's a cool homie of mine. My wife and I actually stayed with him and his family, Sean and Joy, in New York. I'm assuming this is you. I don't know any other Sean Briggs. He said, did you ever win a b-boy contest? Yes. In my dreams. I did a few battles here and there. I never really did like the professional stuff that you see on YouTube now. I mean, it's totally changed. Like I told you, like for us, we just did it like it was just raw. We just do it at school. We just battle whenever someone challenges us. I never really had like a contest where, you know, we joined a competition, we made money from it or anything like that. Like every crew wants to believe that they won. I mean, because there's no like official judge, you know what I'm saying? So I felt like our crews won, but the other crew might probably think that they won, so I don't know. Candice Garcia, alright, she's a friend of mine on Facebook. What's your favorite go-to music artist when you just want to chill? I listen to everything, to be honest. I mean, except country. I don't like country, but I listen to pretty much everything else. Like when I was growing up, you know, my favorite music was like pretty much hip-hop. A lot of the gangster stuff, to be honest, back in the day, and I did that for a while. But it's interesting, but even when I was young, I really liked classical music. So to this day, I still listen to classical music, but honestly, I just listen to music when I'm just driving. I don't really listen to music too much when I'm at home, but I also listen to music when I'm writing. And so when I'm writing, I actually listen to like nature music, to be honest. It actually just keeps me calm, and I don't know, I just like listening to like the sounds of the water and the ocean as I'm writing, and sometimes I listen to classical too. I like a lot of epic music too. So yeah, epic music's pretty dope, like soundtrack stuff. This is still from Candace. What's a favorite movie of yours that you don't want people to know about? For instance, mine is Mortal Kombat. I like chick flicks. Enough said. The next question is from Original Susie. I'd love to know, what are some of your favorite ways to just laugh, be silly, and have fun? Also, would you share any websites, YouTube channels, podcasts, movies, etc. that you frequent for a chuckle or inspiration? I goof around a lot, to be honest. If you hang out with me, you'll know that. Like, I make a lot of silly faces. I like telling jokes a lot, so there are times where, you know, I just bust out a bunch of jokes, even like on road trips and stuff. Like, I would watch Team Coco. If you don't know who that is, it's Conan O'Brien, you know, the late night talk show host guy. I just find him really hilarious. So I don't know if that's your kind of humor, but it's my kind of humor. So yeah, if you want to type that in, Team Coco, the Conan O'Brien show. I also subscribe to like the Jukin video channel. They just show a whole bunch of videos. Oh, and I really like watching TV news bloopers. So I don't know what the channel is, but I did subscribe to a channel. Just type it in, news bloopers. I just find it really funny. The next question comes from Black Book 5000. Do you have stretched ears? If so, how big are you planning on stretching them? So I'm assuming you're talking about my earring, my plugs. Just so in case you guys didn't know, I actually had earrings since I was young, man. Since I was about 1 year old. Not joking. No, I had my ears pierced when I was about, I think I was 12. I was in 6th grade, and then, you know, without my parents' permission. And so coming home to that, you know, trying to tell my parents I got my ears pierced, that's a whole other story. I'll probably talk about that another day. I eventually got bored of just the typical earrings, and I got into something called plugs. So plugs are these things that basically it just rips your ear open. So there's like a hole. So if you can see the hole here, yeah, you can see right through my ear. I don't remember the number this is, but I used to wear tapers and stuff. Those are the ones that look like spikes. You know, in order to make the hole bigger, you have to do it like little by little, just put in different sizes. But I would skip sizes because I was too impatient, and I just wanted the hole to be really big. And then I realized it wasn't a good idea. I got to the point, I don't know what the number is called, if it's 0 or something like that. It was a big one. And you know, I like the look at the time, and I remember I was speaking at Biola University, which is my alma mater. And like right before I was gonna speak, I noticed my friend took out his plugs. I was like, dude, what happened to your plugs? And he said that, you know, it took a really long time for his ear to close. And I was like, oh crap, dude, you know. And then he was saying that if you get it any bigger, you would need surgery. From that day, I just took out the big plug, and then I put in the smaller one, and I've stayed with around this size since then. This is what, 2015 now. It's been a long time. It's funny because I can't actually see myself without earrings. It's just something that I'm so used to. So whenever I would take it out, back in the day, just my ear feels naked. And no, I don't plan on stretching them. So the next question comes from Ruben Garcia. He asked a lot of questions, and so I'm just gonna answer a couple of them. He says, what are your favorite sports to watch or play? To be honest, I don't watch sports, man. I'm kind of lost in that scene. I don't really know who's who. I used to play basketball and football for fun, like when I was growing up. And at one point in my life, I was really into basketball. I used to like collect all the basketball cards and everything. But then I think it was when I reached, like I went to my school to live there in dorm, I just stopped watching. I just was so focused on school and stuff. And these days, you know, you mentioned to me some basketball player's name, I don't even know anymore, except Michael Jordan or something like that, you know, or Kobe Bryant. A lot of the new folks, I don't even know, dudes, but it's cool. I mean, I might get back into it, I'm not sure. But yeah, I don't really watch sports these days. I'm more into breakdancing, b-boying. And then he asked, are you a yogurt or ice cream dude? I like both, man. If you know me, like, I have a crazy sweet tooth, man. So like one of the things that my friends know about me, it sounds weird, but one of my favorite parts of a road trip is stopping by the gas station to buy snacks and candies and all that stuff. So, and then ice cream could be included in that. So I mean, I love ice cream. We tend to eat ice cream a lot at home with my wife. I grew up off of Thrifty. I don't know if you guys know what Thrifty is these days, because it's not a Thrifty anymore, it's a Rite Aid, but I have a funny story about that too. I'll talk about it another day. Chocolate Malted Crunch and Mint Chip were my all-time favorite, and it's still probably my favorite to this day, although I still buy other types of ice cream. Do you binge watch on Netflix? No, because I don't have Netflix, but I do watch a lot of stuff on Hulu. Hell yeah, I watch movies, man. Like my wife and I, like when we're out with our friends, we talk about TV shows a lot. And so, to be honest, these days I feel like the TV shows are even better than some of the movies, man. So yeah, we watch TV shows all the time. Being married to my wife is that she actually studied film, so she's really into movies. She actually grew up watching a lot of the kung fu, martial art movies, action movies, which is cool because that's exactly what I love to watch with chick flicks in addition to that. So yeah. Alright, the next question comes from Blessing Kusuluka. Did I say that right? I hope so. So Blessing Kusuluka asked, what's your favorite color? I like a lot of different colors. So I mean, when I was a kid, I remember I liked turquoise a lot. Like in the crayon box, right? I really liked the blue-green. That was like my favorite. But it also depends on what we're talking about. So I wouldn't want everything in my life blue-green or turquoise, you know. So, you know, but when I was a kid, I liked that color. But of course, I like other colors. Like the way I dress, I don't wear turquoise or blue-green. But I tend to wear dark colors when I dress. So I do tend to like stuff like gray and black and all that when it comes to my clothes. But like I said, I wouldn't want my whole house, you know, turquoise or something like that. But yeah, I like a whole bunch of colors. Anyway, it says, do you have a favorite food? If yes, what is it? I love Korean barbecue. I was eating Korean barbecue even before it got really popular among non-Koreans, man. Because like majority of my friends at one time were all Korean, so I was like the only Filipino guy with them. And I would eat Korean barbecue all the time, dude. We just had Korean barbecue just earlier this week. And it's kind of funny because you asked this question, because the other day I was actually talking to my wife afterwards, as I was saying, you know, Rem, you know, since I married you, if you didn't like Korean barbecue, I think it would be a struggle for me, you know, because I'm just so happy that she craves it too. I mean, it's weird, but it's like a drug. I think I know what I want to eat tonight. Mexican food! So the last question comes from Realize. And I think his real name is Scott Embry. He said, was making YouTube videos, I think he meant, did making YouTube videos come natural to you? Or did it take a while to get comfortable in the groove of things? I'm not sure what you mean by natural, because I'm talking to a stinking camera about myself. But yeah, you know, like it took me a while, I guess you could say. You know, a lot of stuff's changed, because back in the day, I used to post a lot of just my teachings online, you know. I wasn't like directly talking to the camera or anything like that. That could be something that could be getting some used to for some people. Like in the Philippines, man, it was more challenging for me because where we lived, where my wife and I lived, we lived like right along the street of EDSA. And if you've been to the Philippines, EDSA's like the main street, man, in the city. And so you could hear everything, you know, when you're recording a video. So some of you guys don't know this, but a lot of my older stuff, I would shoot my videos around 12:30 at midnight or 1 a.m. till around 4 or 5 a.m. And I would do that because the cars were so loud during the day that I would actually have to put my bed mattress, because I didn't have like a professional studio or anything like that. I would take an extra bed mattress that we had and put it against the windows, you know, just to block the sound. And there would be some times where you can actually hear the car still, but that's why I would put some music in the background. So there were some challenges that we've had to go through, you know, in making some of these videos. But you know, one of the things that I've learned is just, you know, you got a heart to share something, just share it. You know, don't feel the pressure to have to just, you know, make videos about stuff that everyone's doing. I mean, you can do that, but I'm just the type of person that's just, you know, share what's on your heart, man, because that's what's gonna motivate you to keep pumping out these videos and love what you're doing, and an audience will find you. You know, there's some people in the world that will connect with what you have to say. So if you got a channel, just keep going at it. I encourage you, you know, just pump out videos weekly, if not like several times a month, just to get used to it. And I think that's it for now, guys. If I didn't answer your question, that doesn't mean that I won't answer it. I probably might answer them in the future, who knows. But if you have more questions for me, just drop them in the comments below. Even if you're on Facebook, I had some people ask me questions in the Facebook page. I told them not to do that. I'll put it in my YouTube comments. So those are the ones that I'm going to be looking at and considering. So Once again, if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe to my channel. There's a button somewhere. And if you like me doing this Q&A, give this video a thumbs up. Please share it with your friends and come up with some more questions, guys. This is actually kind of fun for me. So, alright guys, really appreciate it. Love you all, and see you next time. Bye-bye.